we can do it. Amen. So David is saying here, he delivered me from the lion and bear, and he will give me the strength to do the same thing, overcome this uncircumcised Philistine. I love this fact. David has reference points to go back to gain strength from. I'm asking you, saints of God. Things look bleak. The giant is real big, and he's got 4 ugly brothers. Do you have a reference point to go back to and say, I made it through this storm. Yeah, I'll make it through tomorrow. Amen. We need that strength. Yeah. Man, do you ever need that strength? I was preaching down in South Carolina a few years ago. They just had went through a hurricane. And I never really put much into it just because it doesn't immediately affect me, but I was watching on the Weather Channel, and it was like 4 or 5 weeks before I went down to preach. And they showed all the ruin of everything that's around there, from the wind and the water, how it erodes off the beach and all that stuff. But the guy that was on the Weather Channel was standing in the sun, no rain jacket, no umbrella, and was just standing there giving a report. Do you know where he was? He was in the center of the storm. You know what struck me when I watched that TV? I said to myself, look at the calmness that is around him in the middle of the storm. Do you know where he was? They call it the eye. He was in the eye center of the storm. But even though he was surrounded and camped by a storm all the way around, he could stand there and give a calm report that at the moment, everything is all right. Even though he could look out behind him and see the storm coming in off the water, but at the moment, things were fine. At that moment, gain the strength you need, because you can look off to the side and see the other bands of the storm coming through. Boy, when I got down there, when you interact with people who have really been through the storm, you'll take a blessing away from it, knowing that they made it, because when it was all breaking loose, they stood firm in the center of it and said, I've got the strength to get through, and that's through Jesus Christ. Amen. Well, I hope that'll help you. Amen. I hope that'll help you. Let me give you number 5, and we got to quit. Number 5. He needed a stone of victory. A stone of victory. Key words here are in verse 49 and 50. I don't think I got that stone of strength. Let me get that. Stone of strength. Last one is a stone of victory. Stone of victory. I used a clear one. I have points on all the colors, but I don't have time to give you all those. Clear one. The reason I want to use this for victory is because your victory may be different than my victory. So it's not one for all. Amen? So that, you look through there, you can see me, I can see you, and so on and so on. What you're going through, you need victory in. It may not be what I'm going through, but I can still have the victory. Amen? Yeah. Amen? I said we can still have the victory. Amen? Yeah. I got a couple of you with me. Praise God. All right. So look at verse number 49 and 50. Let me give you these and we're going to quit, all right? 49 and 50. He needed a stone of victory. It was the last one he gathered. Let me show you these emphatic words here again in this passage. It's 49. And David put his hand in his bag, and took thence a stone, and slang it, and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. Look at these words. And David prevailed. That's an action word that has a past tense phrase. It said he prevailed over the Philistine with the sling and with the stone, and smote the Philistine. And then what it said, and slew him. Smote him to the ground, and then slew him. David, if you recall, didn't have a sword. He took it off. Remember, Saul tried to give him all that. He took that off and put it aside and went with what he knew worked for him. And as he made his way out there, he smote him to the ground. David ran to the Philistine once he was down. Took the Philistine. Sometimes we got to kill the devil with his own goods. Amen? Yeah. He took his sword, picked it up off the ground, and cut his head clean off of him. Yeah. And I'm telling you, sometime in the middle of the battle, we have to use what is they're trying to use against you, against them. Yeah. Yesterday when I was testifying to that young man, he began to tell me all these ungodly things. I asked him a few quick questions. I said, you are a devout Catholic? Yes, sir, I love it. I've been Catholic my whole life. I keep all the sacraments, all this and that. I said, then you tell me, this might offend some of you here. I said, but you tell me how someone who says they love God, love His people, love His church, can vote for things that are against God. I'm telling you today, church, this man David knew that this man Goliath was against God, and he went out after him. I'm telling you, and when he did, he received a victory that can only come from God. That's where it came from. It comes from God. It's not in a politician. It's not in a party. It's in God. Amen. Amen. Here's what he says in John 5:4. He said, for whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. That in itself is good. Amen. I'm born again of God. That makes me an overcomer. He said, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. Who is he that overcometh the world but he that believeth that Jesus is the Son of God? I believe that. That makes me an overcomer. That gives me the victory. He believed the Lord in the woods, made him believe the Lord in the valley. Amen? Amen? Pastor made a statement here this morning in Sunday school which kind of messed my head up. I had a moment of ADD. I kind of, just kind of run off and come back a few minutes later. He said, when I'm in the woods, I can see a tree up close and I can spend time doing analysis on that tree. But what I thought, he went a little further, but what I thought was when we get out of the woods, we can't see that tree that we're looking at because it's so encamped by other trees. We get a bigger view when it's just a singular problem. Amen? It's like compounded. We see one thing, and then we start seeing another thing, and another thing, and the battle wasn't, listen to me, it wasn't so much against Goliath as it was against his words against God. Amen. He was mad over the fact that nobody stood up for God in the middle of the battle. That's right. He was, well, yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, there's a bunch of people behind him, but he's defiling God. Yeah. That's a reason for us to go out and get the victory for God's sake. Amen? Amen? It's not always about what we do and how we obtain what we look like. It's about giving the victory to God. Amen? Amen? All right, let me close with this. Each rock may have been different in size, color, and shape, but each rock had one sole purpose, and that's to kill a giant. Amen. One sole purpose was to kill a giant. I'm telling you, I wrote down some quick things. Every time the giant gathers his head against your family, get a smooth stone from the brook. When he gathers his head against your finances, get a smooth stone from the brook. When he gathers his ugly head against your kids, get a smooth stone from the brook. Now listen to me. We need to be prepared because he is coming over the mountain ridge. I'm talking about the enemy is coming. You need to be prepared in the middle of the battle. Amen? Amen. You need to be prepared. Amy, come on and sing for us. Amen. I don't know your needs. I don't know your hearts. I don't know where things are for you in this. I just want to tell you, the Lord is able to give you the victory that you need today. You don't have to wait until tomorrow. You don't have to go down into the valley tomorrow. You can get it today because tomorrow you just might be in that valley. Let me encourage you today. Get what you need from the Lord. What David did yesterday in serving God helped him in the moment of preparation against Goliath. And I'm telling you, if you didn't prepare yesterday, you would have been no good in the battle today. That's right. Same goes for me and you. We have to prepare today for tomorrow. It's easy to come to church and have a victory. Amen? That's right. It's easy to come in here and clap your hands, raise, and sing a good voice. Do all that. That's easy here. But tomorrow, at 4:30 in the afternoon, when you're at work, the school's not running the bus, and nobody's able to get your kids, and you're in the middle of that battle, is it still just as good to raise your hands? Sing victory? I'm telling you, you need to be prepared today for what lies tomorrow. Amen. I hope it's helpful for you. So I want to do it. Oh, special. Go ahead, sing what you want. If there's a need, stand with us. If there's a need for you, come today. If you need victory, if you need willingness, you need courage, you need strength, faith, you need any of those, come today. Come today. They claim to the promise, He's made. I had to write it down, so I didn't forget that. Just a stone throw away. That's how quick it can be. You have the victory, get the courage, the willingness, whatever you need. All right, I know that we've gone long today. It's 12:30. We apologize for the time, but not for the message or the content that was given out in that time. Amen? We'd love for you to stick around. Please make your way downstairs. We have lunch. Again, there'll be no service tonight. We ask that you stick around, hang out with us. I believe we got chicken and all kinds of stuff. Masticholi, whatever. There's a bunch of stuff downstairs. So please come and be with us. Ask the mom and dad to take care of the kids, getting them their food. There's hot dogs for them, I know that. Just let's do what's right.
We have gifts for the
Gifts.
pastor.
All right, gift for the pastor. There you go.
And these are the pastor. There's a present for you too. The brown box for both guys.
That must be for me, because he looked up under.
All right. Thank you. I have they've given us a pen.
Very pretty.
Everyone, I'm a bowler, as I told you, and they all call me the Rev there. So they took the time and inscribed the Rev on my pen.
Aw, that was
Thank you very
nice.
much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Look, it's mine.
Oh, man, wait.
It's mine. Here.
I get to read it first.
Here.
Well,
But
your
it's-
favorite author
This
is.
is my favorite Christian author. I recommend him to anybody. I think he's awesome. Awesome. But thank you all, and I just want to say that I appreciate the message this morning, and I'm thankful for everybody that's here. I'm really grateful to God that He's allowed me the privilege to be the pastor's wife, and I'm thankful for everybody that helps in the work. I really appreciate that.
I'm not good at this part. I'm just not good at it. But I want to tell each of you that my wife and I are not successful without our joy, and our strength comes from you and those that have put all the effort in to make us who we are. We feel overwhelmingly blessed and grateful to God that He's allowed us to serve Him here with you, and I mean that sincerely. I also want you to know that of the time that Trish and I have been pastoring, this is the second time of pastor appreciation.
Yes.
And both of them have been here in this church. And I appreciate it so much. My heart and my wife's heart, we love you very, very much. And you're a blessing to us. And we're grateful. We're very grateful. Yes, thank you.
All right. We'd like to let you know we have an electric chair on the stairwell out there for those who are in need. Chair lift, like the chair lift over there.
It's not the electric chair
It's
you're
not the
thinking of.
electric chair.
It won't harm you. have to get to it in a hurry because Ernie likes to go up and down a few times. You get it, you gotta get it quick, all right? We appreciate you. Please stick around and meet with us. I hope that you can. And we're glad that all of you came. Amy, thank you for singing and playing. Appreciate that. And all that you've done this week, or this month to get together. October is known or recognized as Pastor Appreciation Month. And we want to take the time to do that. That's what we did today. So we appreciate it. Bivocational, so we full-time at work, full-time at church. So there's nothing wrong with us saying thank you for what you've done.
Bless you.
Past
Thank
year.
you, dear.
So, Mike, would you please dismiss in a word of prayer and ask the blessing on the food, please?
Lord, thank you for this message we used here today. We heard here today, Lord, apply it to our lives. Help us uplift others with this message, Lord. Bless the food we're about to receive. Let us have great fellowship today. I love you.